Hi Tracy, I think you're off to a good start here. You have your imagery picked out, your fonts chosen, color schemes, all that kind of stuff underway. I think you've put together a pleasing layout here. Two things. I am not sure I'm seeing exactly what you laid out because you haven't sent these as JPEGs, you've sent them as PowerPoint presentations, and that isn't a guarantee that I'm seeing exactly the same thing that you put together. So make sure you send them to me as either JPEGs or PDFs. Next, this is the grid layout, and instead of being a grid layout, it's basically a centered layout. Everything on the page is centered, and as we learned last week, centering isn't designing. And with the grid layout, the idea is not only to align imagery to a grid and design elements to a grid, but also the text. There should be strong vertical axes that we should be able to see running through this text, where the text is aligned. So this should align up with this, should align up with this, should align up with this, and then you can do another one or two vertical axes where other bits of text lines up to. But having it centered isn't putting it on a grid, it is basically centering the text. So if you could revisit that, making strong alignments here to vertical axes, that would be great. Freeform, having a little bit more fun with this, doing some fun things. Again, I'm not convinced that I'm seeing exactly what you put together because these are PowerPoint presentations rather than JPEGs or PDFs, so make sure you send them to me that way. Doing some fun things with the curve here, the wavy text. Again, though, everything's basically centered, and I would suggest trying to come up with other ways of arranging the text besides centering it. Here we can put text at angles, and as you're doing on curves and those kinds of things. What you do have going for you that I think is quite well done is the visual hierarchy, and you have a real good sense of getting us to notice what you think is the most important thing, and then second most important thing, third most important thing. So I think that that's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to send these back to you. Please make your revisions and then send them back to me for a grade, okay?